astronauts are starving at a cellular level, literally starving. Okay, and they're shoveling food into their mouth and they're not being fed. Why? Because they're eating corn and soy and, right, these commodity crops. That's what's happening. So, yes. Anything else?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I really appreciate your provocative statement, and that's, of course, difficult for everybody to swallow, because we know that the first people in this dieback, the first people that are going to die, are the people that are in developing countries now. You know, I spend most of my time in developing countries working with farmers, and what you say, I think, has some truth to it in many ways, that those people are, in some of those places, are more nourished than we are, and have I love a lot of what you're talking about microbiologically active food and things like that, natural inoculation of, you know, bread and stuff like that. That all, I think, is very, very consistent. I just worry about building, in a developed country, building a food ethos around animal products, when we know that causes environmental problems and stuff, even in developing countries.
Not nearly to the degree that agriculture.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
If any of you are interested in reading a book about this topic, The Vegetarian Myth is a relatively new and quite provocative book on the market, talking about the destruction of the ecosystems on our planet through agriculture. Okay, I come from Iowa, and Iowa, as far as you can see, as long as I can remember, is corn. Corn and more corn. Okay, you can't drink the water there anymore.
Yeah, but that's fed to the cows.
It's fed to the cows, but it also makes high fructose corn syrup and all sorts of processed food products.
Right, but it's part of the animal.
But that's not what cows eat, nor should that be what cows eat. Cows eat grass. They live on the plains and they eat grass. That's what they should eat. That's what they've always eaten until now. And it's making them sick, and it's making us sick, and it's destroying the planet. It's got to stop.
So it's a wonderful fuel also.
I'm sorry?
Fuel.
Fuel. Art of Civilization again. Yes.
Entrepreneurs to Limit is a great book.
Wonderful book.
Topic. From
Yes.
cows to corn to poisons. It's a really good book. This whole topic.
I think it's a fabulous book. Before you guys go, I don't know how much longer we have, but I have an email list. If anybody's interested in signing up, I love sending people emails about cool stuff that I read, and let you know if any classes are forming, if you're interested in learning more about this. Please go to the Weston A. Price Foundation website. It was formed by this woman, Sally Fallon. She's the president. She's the one who wrote this cookbook. And it's all about what we're talking about here today. This is what they do. They proliferate information about sustainability and about nutrient density. Because if we're not healthy, we can't think well. If we can't think well, we're going to make really bad choices. Okay? And stuff like this helps us think well because it's full of nutrients, nutrient density. It's not about more food, it's about more nutrients. We can't get enough calories in a day. We're not hungry enough. We're not day laborers typically. We can't get enough calories in a day to provide for our nutrient requirements. Okay, we're not hungry enough. We don't work all day outside, you know. And so we can't allow anything in our diet that isn't nutrient dense unless we want to suffer the consequences, which is nutrient deficiencies at a cellular level that set the stage for acidity in the body and therefore disease. So forget the antibacterial soap. Forget it. Nutrient density is where it's at, okay? This is how we keep safe. This is how we safeguard the whole world from, I mean, there's bioterrorism now that everybody's afraid of. Okay, well, let's feed our gut. Let's heal our gut. Let's make sure that our immune system, which is those 5 to 7 pounds of microflora, is well and living in a beautiful, healthy, varied ecosystem. Billions of bacteria. Any final questions? I think we've probably gone over a little bit. Thank you all so much for being here. Thanks, Barry Logan.